Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 5, we are tracking weather and more. Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 5. The mayor of Mabton involved in a scuffle at a local restaurant. We've got those details coming up. Plus, could the Yakima Airport fly electric soon? Hear from the airport director about it. Also, a local College Place kid with cancer gets a wish he'll always remember. Here's Stacy.
And we saw the northern lights last night. A little overcast today. Will we see them again? I'll tell you all that coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us as we've made it to Friday. It's October the 11th and I'm Austin Reed. First at 5, Mabton Mayor Rachel Urales caught on camera last night getting into a brawl with citizens at a local restaurant, including Ruben Olivares, the man who filed a petition to recall her as mayor. Olivares and his wife filed petitions for protection orders against Urales, as well as her husband and son, who they say were also involved in the fight. Court records show Urales also filed a petition for a protection order against Olivares. Those documents not yet available, but the family says when they called 911, nobody showed up.
My grandparents were assaulted, and I believe that the cops should have came onto duty and taken the report first.
Coming up at 6, why authorities say no officers were sent to the scene. Other news tonight, and to fire watch and turning to the Tiger Creek fire burning in Walla Walla County. Acreage has decreased to 532 acres with improved ground mapping, and 19% containment has been achieved with almost 500 firefighting resources assigned. Full suppression of the fire remains the top priority of the crews operating on the fire. Firefighters say humidity recoveries overnight were moderate to excellent. A stronger inversion lifted by the afternoon.
We're going to start work in the roads improvement area today. So we added a division or a group called the Roads Group. They're going to be working the Mill Creek Road today, and then as the days progress, they're going to do some work down here and then come up the 65 road where it ties into the 6511 road, just grade that and bring it back to how it was before we got here, probably even a little bit better.
Tomorrow, expected weather will be partly cloudy, becoming clear in the afternoon with temperatures around 55 to 65 degrees. The top priority is containing this fire as soon as possible. The Umatilla Tribal Fire Department has announced that open burning will be allowed again on the Umatilla Indian Reservation starting today. Some of the regulations include all burns must be maintained, burning of only natural vegetation items such as untreated papers and wood, and burning must only be conducted on burn days. Well, the weekend is almost here, and it sounds like we are getting ready for a warm-up. First Alert Stacy Lee joining us live in our Weather Center with a first look at our forecast. Stacy, happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday to you, Austin. Yeah, a little overcast today and definitely cooler. Look at these temps right now. 63 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. A lot of you caught photos last night of the Northern Lights or the Aurora. If you have them, send them to me. I was pretty fascinated checking that out all night on social media. Temperatures right now again on the cool side, everybody in the 60s tonight, and we're going to be cooling into the 30s and 40s. Most everybody staying right here in the low 40s for tonight. Here's a sneak peek at that beautiful weekend and Indigenous Peoples Day on Monday. So some of you have a 3-day weekend. Look at the temperatures. Perfect weekend to get out of town, or you know what? Just stay right here. It's too nice to leave town. Here's what it looks like in Hermiston. So nice weather ahead. Going to be a beautiful weekend. Those cool nights continue. Sunny, warmer weather. Showers on the way. Cooler temps next week. And you know what I read? Snow coming to the mountains. I'll tell you all about it coming up.
All right, good tease there, Stacy. See you soon. Usually when the police show up to your house, it's not for a good reason. Well, that wasn't the case for one family in College Place. Multiple agencies, classmates, friends, and family all welcomed a kid named Jaden back home after being away since February, getting the treatment needed as he battles his rare form of cancer. College Place Police Chief says when Jaden's grandmother notified him about his return and his passion for wanting to be a cop, he wanted to give him a hero's welcome home.
You know, when we saw him pull up with his mom, the horns honking, and he had a smile, a big grin from ear to ear, it made it all worthwhile. It's an opportunity for us to give back to the community and give back to such a special young man.
Coming up later tonight, our Monique Ledesma will bring us more about Jaden and his family. We're looking forward to that. Well, in just a few days, the end of another irrigation season for the majority of both residential and business customers served by the City of Yakima's irrigation system. Starting Tuesday, October 15th, the system, operated by the city's Water and Irrigation Division, will be shut off until next spring. The few other irrigation systems in the area that operate independently from city systems will also be shutting down. Over the next few weeks, the City of Yakima has operated irrigation systems since the early 1900s, and they are sharing more on their Facebook page about that. Could electric airplanes be on the way for the Yakima Airport? A Puget Sound Regional Council regional aviation study forecasted a 2050 capacity shortage of 27 million annual passengers, which means SeaTac Airport, for instance, will reach full capacity by 2027. But the Yakima Airport has a plan to help with that. The city has requested the Commercial Aviation Coordinating Commission to consider the air terminal as the single preferred location. Apple Valley News Now spoke with Yakima's airport director today, who says they have partnered with 5 other airports, all of them in Western Washington, to start up a small electric aviation system.
You know, once the FAA approves these airplanes for safe flight, the convenience that they're going to experience, the lower cost of the flight. So just imagine, let's say that you live in Olympia, Washington, and it's like a 2-hour drive to get to SeaTac. Or you could just take the 15-minute drive to the Olympia Airport. There's no hassle with parking, no TSA, no ticketing. You carry your own bag and put it on the plane, climb in the plane, and in 30 minutes you're in Yakima. You saved all that time. It's a cheaper flight, cheaper parking. It's just a better traveling experience.
The airport director also says there is more work to be done on this plan, so do stay with Apple Valley News Now for updates. Hey, if you are looking for something fun to do this weekend that could turn into a passion, the Tri-City Radio Control Modelers are hosting their last event of the year. Pilots from around the community and the state are bringing their own aircraft. Some have built them from the ground up. There is also a free lunch, and you'll even get a chance to fly on one of these radio-controlled models. Scott Page with the Tri-City Radio-Controlled Modelers explains why you should check it out, too.
This is kind of the wrap-up for the year, and we invite public to come out and see what we're doing, see what we're about, perhaps get involved, especially if they have kids that they want to support and be involved. You know, it's clearly not just for kids. It's not just for old guys. It's multi-generational.
The event takes off this Saturday just after 11 in the morning at the TCRCM airfield. That's near Horn Rapids. Flights will likely start a little bit earlier than that. Turning to sports, it has been a rough week for the Tri-City Americans, dropping their last 2 games to Kelowna and Seattle, respectively. Now, the Ams return home to the Toyota Center this weekend as they gear up for 2 straight games against the Kamloops Blazers. Tri-City Americans head coach Stu Barnes tells us that the team is working hard to get better. With 2 games against the same team, both at home, Barnes says there is an advantage to this.
You get to prepare for the first game, see what they're all about, try to make some adjustments, and then once that's done, again, you gather the video, you go at it again, you try to see what can we do better, what can we eliminate from their group, because we know that they're a talented bunch.
The Tri-City Americans are set to play both Saturday and Sunday against the same team. Puck drop for Saturday's game, 6:05 p.m. Sunday, it's a little bit earlier at 4:05 p.m. Apple Valley News Now, live at 5, is just getting started. Why is former President Trump not appearing on some Oregon ballots? We'll explain. Also,
cleanup efforts are underway here in Florida, but there are still millions without power. I'm Jacqueline Lee. We'll have more coming up.
and as we leave you to break, a live picture from Pasco. A little bit cloudy out there right now, but Stacy says get ready for a warm up and more sunshine. Her full first alert weather forecast when we come back.
For 17 years, Senator Curtis King has delivered for you. That's why the media calls Curtis King the Republican in Olympia most likely to pass a bill. Senator King helped fund the Sozo Soccer Complex, giving local youth and adult soccer players a world-class recreational facility. Curtis King helped Perry Tech expand, providing thousands of local students with real-world skills. And he delivered funding for dozens of local road projects.
I'm Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your vote.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic.
Don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Democrat candidate Maria Beltran led a liberal Seattle group that tried to defund police and allowed chaos and violence to take over the streets. Like Beltran, House candidates Anna Kennedy and Chelsea Demas oppose initiatives that would lower gas prices and the capital income tax and allow you to opt out of the expensive long-term care tax. Seattle liberals Maria Beltran, Anna Kennedy, and Chelsea Demas do not share your values and are too extreme for Central Washington.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Jared Sessler's radical tax plan would make everything cost more.
Sessler backs a 30% sales tax on everything you buy.
And Sessler wants taxes and fees to make meat and other foods even more expensive.
Now we've learned that at the height of the border crisis,
Jared Sessler wanted to defund the Border Patrol.
Higher taxes and a weaker border, that's Jared Sessler.
More expensive for you,
less safe for all of us.
Unacceptable for Central Washington.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Bracket Wild. Pre-game at 4:30 Saturday on MeTV.
Welcome back to Apple Valley News Now, live at 5 on this Friday. A new trial date has been set for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in 2022. A Boise, Idaho judge set Brian Kohberger's trial for August 11th, 2025. It was initially set for June of next year, but the trial date was vacated when the case was moved to Ada County. Kohberger is accused of killing 4 young people back in November of 2022. If convicted, Kohberger faces the death penalty. That means if he is found guilty, another phase of the trial begins where each side would call witness and present testimony. Across Oregon, many residents noticed that former President Donald Trump's name and information was actually missing on thousands of Oregon voter pamphlets that were released. Well, we're looking into it, and according to the Oregon Secretary of State's office, the Trump campaign chose not to submit a statement for the pamphlet, in which candidates typically list their occupation and background. The Secretary of State's office said the former president will appear on the November ballot, but did not appear on the pamphlet because he did not submit a statement. The registration deadline for the presidential election is Tuesday, October the 15th. We continue to follow the aftermath of Hurricane Milton. President Biden earlier updating on the recovery efforts as residents across the state assess the damage. And now as the storm heads out to sea, a new threat. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has more from St. Petersburg, Florida.
The IRS is warning people to be careful of criminals who take advantage of recent hurricanes and urges anyone to be vigilant when donating to relief efforts. As states from Florida to the Carolinas recover, the IRS is urging Americans looking to donate to verified charities beware of unsolicited text messages and never send money in the form of gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency. In eastern Florida, aerials showing roads collapsed and torn apart by Milton. Construction crews working to repair them. Helicopter footage capturing homes and businesses surrounded by floodwater. Millions of residents across the state still without power. Governor DeSantis urging caution as the restoration progresses.
We're now in the period where you have fatalities that are preventable. We have had fatalities because of interaction with downed power lines and water. We are seeing hazards that are still there. So please exercise caution.
The governor adding more than 1,600 people and over 140 animals were rescued, including this pig, affectionately named Millie, from a gas station in Lithia, east of Tampa. In St. Petersburg, residents surveying the damage, including this crane that collapsed onto a building.
I heard crackling, and after the crackling, I heard like a freight train hitting a big steel building, and then a bunch of crumble.
Allie Faller lives nearby. Was there ever any point where you were scared about surviving?
No, it was more so just about being prepared, knowing your zones, knowing your routes, knowing what to do when things really get bad or get tough, and just being smart and being prepared and being calm.
The White House says President Biden will travel to Florida on Sunday to survey the damage.
I want everyone in the impacted areas to know we're going to do everything we can to let you help you pick back up the pieces and get back to where you were.
And forecasters say the weather this weekend will help with cleanup efforts as it is expected to stay dry. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, St. Petersburg, Florida.
And of course, stay with Apple Valley News Now, both on air and online at applevalleynewsnow.com for continuing coverage. Other news tonight, some Boeing employees might start thinking about updating their resumes. Boeing announcing today that it is planning to cut about 10% of the company workforce. There are more than 170,000 Boeing employees worldwide, mostly in the U.S. This is among the cost-cutting moves taken by the new CEO, Kelly Ortberg, who started back in August. He says Boeing needs to refocus resources and not spread itself too thin. The company is also still dealing with 33,000 workers on strike. Talks between the two sides broke down earlier this week. At this point, Boeing has reported core operating losses of more than $33 billion.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Friday. Welcome to your weekend. By our Skycam, looking down into the Yakima Valley tonight. It is nice, a little bit cloudy. It's been a little overcast, keeping our temperatures on the cool side, 63 degrees, typically around 70, so about 7 degrees below our average. Winds are light at 5 and our sunset at 6:16. Let's take a look at that weather pattern for the next couple of days. The only thing I really see popping up here are some rain showers for Northern California and the southern portion of Oregon. Our area staying clear and dry. In fact, we have a low pressure warm front that's going to move on, and that will bring us some warmer temperatures for the following days. Beginning tomorrow, you'll definitely start to feel that warm up. Futurecast, and I'm showing you these clouds because there is another chance of those northern lights tonight. They're coming across the area. Last night was a G4 storm force, tonight G3, so a little bit less. But the clouds could be a problem overnight. As you can see, we continue to see those clouds. They're going to be clearing up, though, for you tomorrow, and look for mostly sunny skies all day. And as we get into your Sunday, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous and even warmer temperatures. Let's talk fall foliage. We've been seeing all the trees out there changing colors. Our dogwoods with the purplish red color, striped maples, different colors there, black maple, the beech trees light tan, aspens in the yellow. So it's starting to get vibrant outside. Here's what's going on, the colors versus the seasons. Now, in growing season, your greens, yellows, and oranges are all present in the leaves, but the green takes over due to the chlorophyll. As we get into fall, chlorophyll production stops and then those yellows and oranges and those browns and even the reds and other colors come out. So that's what you're going to start seeing here, very much so. Temperatures again took a big dive today, but we're going to start climbing gradually tomorrow up into the weekend, into Monday being the warmest day in the next 3 days. And then we're going to start sliding way down, a very cold front coming in by the middle to the end of next week. I'm even seeing some chances of snow in the upper elevations. We're talking 6 to 10 inches, maybe up to a foot in the very tip-top elevations. Tonight, though, on the chilly side, grab your coat again. 30s and 40s in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Columbia Basin looking good. Pretty mild, but chilly in the 40s all through the area. Tonight at the foothills of the Blues, we'll stay there in the low and mid 40s overnight. For tomorrow, again, look for mostly sunny skies, warmer temperatures. We're back up nearly 10 degrees tomorrow, so enjoy those 70-degree temperatures and even warmer as you get into Sunday. Get ready for a pleasant weekend if you're taking a road trip. Beautiful in the mountains, nice coast on Saturday. I mentioned that snow. Get those hikes out of the way now. Chance of rain Sunday, Monday as you come onto the Oregon coast and even the Washington coastline. There's those showers coming into the Seattle area on Monday. If you're heading to the Portland area, looking good there, 70s. Again, those showers moving in off the coast as you get into the weekend, and then taking a peek at Spokane, nice and warm. 7-day planning forecast. There you have it. Great weather with showers. Look at that. A possibility them most of the week, but a good chance of those happening later into the weekend. Here's what it looks like in Ellensburg and in Tri-Cities. Beautiful warm weather with those showers developing Tuesday through Friday of next week. And a quick peek at Walla Walla. So yes, not too bad, but yeah, those rain showers. And look, we go from the 70s to the 60s to the 50s.
We'll just have to enjoy it this weekend.
That's right. Get those mountain hikes out of the way before the snow starts flying.
For sure, for sure. All right, still ahead on Apple Valley News now at 5. We're going to have tonight's Spotlight. It comes to us from the city of Sunnyside.
Aren't you just a spoonful of sugar?
Young Sheldon, tonight at 11:05. Apple Valley News Now.
Apples are the pride of Washington's agricultural economy. When India put on the retaliatory tariff, we were basically dead in the market. Thanks to Maria Cantwell stepping in and getting that tariff removed, we're up to 2 million boxes and we're climbing steadily. It's a huge difference for the industry. Maria Cantwell is effective because she works with both parties to get things done for our industry.
I'm Maria Cantwell, and I approve this message because I'll keep taking on powerful interests to get things done.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Hi, I'm Deb Mangeras, and as a longtime CPA, I can assure you, Olympia needs to tighten its belt. That's why I'm running for the House of Representatives. I've been a Wapato resident and apple orchardist all my life, and I have been active for decades in my community, helping make this a better place to live. Now I want to represent you in Olympia, to bring common sense and hardworking values to the Capitol.
Join me November 5th in voting for Deb Mangeras.
Award-winning country music icon, Joe D. Messina. Heads Carolina, Tails California Tour. Saturday, October 12th, 8 p.m., Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. On sale now at Ticketmaster and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Joe D. Messina, Heads Carolina, Tails California Tour. Saturday, October 12th, 8 p.m., Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at.
When it's time for an update or a complete remodel,
just watch yourself there. So here, guys, we're gonna rip everything down to the stud.
Rebath is with you every step of the way, from design and products to removal and installation.
Okay, what do you guys think?
We handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Who's ready to heal with love?
I'm gonna sue you.
Your lawyers know where to find me.
Prosser Memorial Health reminds you, watch Grey's Anatomy Thursdays. Prosser Memorial Health, This is how we care.
Trending now, tonight's Spotlight at 5. We're headed to Sunnyside. In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, the city asked the community to share their favorite Latino-owned businesses, and their first stop was Dulces Mexico. That's located inside the Mid-Valley Mall. This woman's candy distribution business started over 9 years ago. They will be moving to a bigger store soon within the mall, and will also have a ribbon-cutting ceremony for that. Want to nominate someone for our Spotlight? Just send me an email, areed, A-R-E-E-D, at applevalleynewsnow.com. Stacey, what do we have coming up?
We've got a great weather photo ahead and your weather bottom line.
But first, here's what's coming up tonight at 6.
Tonight on Apple Valley News Now, the Tri-City Americans return home for 2 straight games against Kamloops. Find out how they're preparing coming up.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
For 17 years, Senator Curtis King has delivered for you. That's why the media calls Curtis King the Republican in Olympia most likely to pass a bill. Senator King uses those relationships to do things like fund a new swimming pool in Yakima's MLK Park and helped Heritage University in the Lower Valley grow. Curtis King helped Toppenish Astria Hospital keep their doors open. And he delivered funding for Pasco's Lewis Street project.
I'm Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your vote.
Liberal Democrats Maria Beltran, Anna Kennedy, and Chelsea Demas support even no questions asked late-term abortions. They oppose measures that would lower taxes, make gas cheaper, and let you take home more of your paycheck. They would make your streets less safe, raise your gas prices, and encourage your children to disrespect faith, family, and America. Seattle liberals Maria Beltran, Anna Kennedy, and Chelsea Demas do not share your values and are too extreme for Central Washington.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula Drop Tower.
Finally! I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa! He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not. I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop Tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
I had surgery as a child that I barely remember. But decades later, the insurance company called that a pre-existing condition and denied me long-term care insurance. Washington State created a long-term care benefit to help millions of people like me afford the care we need. But I-2124 will take that benefit away, leaving millions with no way to get or afford long-term care. If it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. That's why we all have to vote no on I-2124.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
Tonight, the love triangle that ended in murder.
It was a mess, yes.
But that's not even the most shocking part of the story.
They're like, wow.
And now, the prison interview.
What happened that night?
All new 2020 tonight on ABC.
It's a new hockey season, and watching games has never been easier. The Kraken, now on free TV, as they kick off the season's first road trip. Kraken, Wild. Pre-game at 4:30, Saturday on MeTV.
Hello.
And it's Friday, and those northern lights again. Now, the geothermal level was a 4 last night. It's a 3 tonight. Okay. And if you remember the one back in May, that was a 5. So we've had multiple, but let's take a look at that weather photo right now. There it is, peeking through. Look at that cool picture from Gretchen Erickson. Thanks, Gretchen, for that. Keep those photos coming in, the QR code on the right side of your screen, or simply go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the weather tab. You'll see a little tab that says submit your photos right here. All right, let's talk about the bottom line weather-wise. Nice, gorgeous weekend. Temperatures in the 70s. We go from below average to above average, but then get ready. We've got a rainy week on tap. We could even see some snow in the mountains. Not here.
Not here.
No panicking now. And we're also going to see a big cool down, especially towards the end of next week. So this is the weekend to get out and really enjoy some gorgeous weather before it's gone.
Take advantage of it now.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us here at 5. Updates at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Austin Reed with Stacey Lee, hoping your news is good news. World News is next, and we'll see you at 6.
That's right. Have a good night and great weekend.